call this meeting to order at 7:31 p.m. Roll call. President Kobar, absent. Vice President Morin, present. Treasurer Grady, present. Senate Chair DeLore, present. Student Trustee Bueno,
Present.
Senator Bowman,
Present.
Senator Laughlin,
Present.
Senator Lally,
Present.
Senator Shea,
Present.
Senator Morose,
Present.
Senator McKenzie.
Present.
All right, we have 6 voting members. Next, we move to approve the agenda for September 12th, 2017. Is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Senator McKenzie. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Lally. Is there anything for debate or discussion? I just want to say the agenda might look a little different. I think I explained this at a retreat, but for anyone who wasn't there, the agenda looks a little different because we now have all of the possible sections on it, so it's easier to edit and amend things, as well as just know what's coming up. And just so everyone knows how to, just a reminder to submit your agenda items on the Friday before the meeting at 12 o'clock. Is there anything else for debate or discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? Motion passes 6-0-0. Next, we move to approve the minutes of the meeting for April 25th, 2017. Is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Senator Laughlin. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Shea. Is there anything for debate or discussion? All right, seeing none, we move to vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? Motion passes 5-0-1. Next, we move on to invited speakers. Is there anyone for an invited speaker? Okay. Next, we move on to club organization reports. So this is one of the newer sections that you might not have seen before. Basically, I'm just going to tell you about the events that we're funding for clubs so that everyone's more aware of when they're happening, where they're happening, and that they should go. Because I feel like we miss a lot of events just because they're not set at Senate, because they never come to Senate. They just go to the Finance Board and they're approved there. So Monday, September 18th, SEAM Ice Cream Social from 3:30 to 4:40 in Dunn Conference Room B. And if you happen to go, just come back and tell us a little bit about it. Is there anything else for club organization reports? Okay. So next is executive reports. Parliamentarian. No parliamentarian. Treasurer.
Hi everyone. So over the summer, I guess my main focus was just working on summer finance board. I guess I'll go more into that during board reports, but right now I'm also working on a budget change in order to hire what we would like to do for a marketing intern. So I'm working on pretty much taking amounts from 2 different line item budgets, combining them to make another line item budget to pay this marketing intern. And
Executive Secretary. There isn't one yet. Wait for later. All right. Vice President.
Hi everybody. So, welcome to the first SGA Senate of the semester. You may have noticed that Parliamentarian Bazarowski and Senator Gonkalves have both resigned. We will miss them both this semester, and we thank them for their hard work over the summer. The Executive Board will be splitting up the parliamentarians' duties until further notice. Tonight we will be moving to approve the appointment of Marco Tiberi as the new Executive Secretary, and then later on we will be voting to approve changes to our Constitution. Tomorrow, Wednesday, September 13th, is the Involvement Fair taking place in University Park from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. SGA has a table there, and all members who can attend should spend some time at our table. We will send out a list later on in Senate. So if any of the senators can make it, you should write down the times that you'll be there. And then at the end of the month, BSU will be hosting a student leadership summit with students from Dean, Stonehill, and Wheaton colleges, and this will be on Friday, September 29th from 4:30 to 10. And any student is available to go, and everyone should sign up to go, but we are specifically looking to have people from Senate go as well, so if you're available on Friday, September 29th from 4:30 to 10 p.m., you should attend the Student Leadership Summit at BSU. End report.
President.
Hello everyone. everyone. President Kovar is not able to make it to this meeting today because he is at a conference, so I will be reading his report for him. Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone had a wonderful summer. I want to thank all the hard work from the executive board for following the bylaws throughout the summer and working on many things for their position. As we get into the year, September is a time where we need to be working with our hardest to ensure we are following the mission of the Student Government Association. This past month, I sent on a letter to the student body and the administration on some of the goals we are working on. They are as such. 1. State funding for higher education and working with administration to continue to provide an affordable education. 2. Working to create a better commuter experience by understanding what commuter students need as resources on the campus. 3. Closing the gap between administration and students to provide better communication to the student body about university changes. And 4. Having the BSU communities take a stand against divisiveness and hatred and to embrace each other's differences by continuing the mission of Bridgewater Stands United. There's a lot we can do, and if we work together, this can be an amazing year. I do want to say that academics do in fact come first, and if anybody needs help or advice, please feel free to reach out to me. I know I have the best student government in the state working along my side, and couldn't be prouder to call you my friends, my colleagues, and my team. Thank you, and report.
Student trustee.
Hello everyone, I hope all of you had a great summer and a great first week. Just a couple updates from myself. Obviously convocation took place last week, so I was privileged enough to be a part of the event that took place last week, as well as the SGA president, and it was a great event welcoming our newest Bears Square community. So it was nice to meet each and every one of them and to kind of get a sense of like what they're excited about and why they're excited to be here. I also have a couple committees that I will be going to on Wednesday, September 27th. They are the following: honorary degree, university advancement, academic and student affairs, and finance committee. So once I get that agenda, I will send it out to the Senate, and if they have any feedback that they want me to bring up to the board of trustees, I'd be more than happy to do so. And finally, this Friday, September 15th, from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., I will be attending a board of trustees retreat. So we'll be going over some of the goals that we want to accomplish with administration. And again, once that's provided, I will bring that to the Senate as well. Other than that, I'm board.
Senate chair. So just like a couple typical reminders just for the beginning of the year. Just a reminder that you can't have your phones out at Senate unless you have a specific reason for it, like if someone were to ask you to take it out so we could learn about event passes later. That might happen, I'm not sure. Also can't have computers unless maybe you're the treasurer and need to look at funding requests, or you have special permission for whatever reason. Just talk to me about that. Dress code is obviously business casual still. If you have any questions about what that means, please feel free to ask me. Official form of communication is email, so if you want to talk to someone on the Senate or Executive Board, reach out to them by email or in person. And sign up for the involvement fair, which is tomorrow. So I'm going to pass this around. Also, if you guys haven't seen your mailboxes yet, we all have t-shirts. So you should pick up your t-shirt and wear it to the involvement fair. I'm going to bring this around, but end report and board reports, public relations board will be later, events board.
Hi everybody. Events board will hopefully be changing to advocacy board after tonight if the new constitution is approved. I am going to send around a piece of paper to all of the senators, and I want everyone to write the top 3 boards that you would like to be on, because we have to redo boards due to like some internal changes. So you would just put like your first choice board would be number 1, and your last choice board would be number 3, and then after Senate, we will take care and tell you what board that you are assigned to. End report.
Elections board. So as you all know, elections are October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Packets are due September 29th. So if you know anyone that wants to run, if you want to take classes about it, we have some more recruitment that's coming out. So the involvement fair is going to be a big one, and we're going to talk to colleges and classrooms. T-shirts have been ordered, and we're not doing any extra like giveaways for elections specifically. And sign up for elections tabling. I'll put out a spreadsheet in like the next day or so. And report. Finance board.
Hi. So as I said, summer finance board was my main focus over the summer. We passed a few events. Hannah had, or Senate Chair Delore had mentioned the ice cream social earlier that is next Monday. We also, SEAM also has an event, an info night for students to go speak with professors, learn about their major, give more networking opportunities, more career opportunities, stuff like that. Panhandle has Let's Drop the F-Bomb event, which is a woman speaker coming to talk about feminism and empowerment of women, and as well as how like men can help and be more supportive of that type of attitude. And there were a couple other game nights from Adventure Role Playing Club that'll be coming up within the next couple months as well, and report.
Policy board, no report. Well, we're voting on the Constitution tonight, so that's policy. And report. Executive board,
No report.
all right. So next we move on to appointments. Motion number 1, move to approve appointment of Marco Taveri as executive secretary, submitted by Marco A. Colbert III, president, and sponsored by Kylie Moore, vice president. Is there a motion to approve this appointment? Motion made by Senator Shea. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator LaRose. Marco, would you like to talk about why you want to be on executive board?
Yeah, sure. Hello Senate, e-board, hello gallery. My name's Mark DeBerry. I'm a senior here at BSU. I served my entire sophomore year for Student Government Association and then took some time off. I was approached, I was talked to by the current president, Marco Kobar, about a position that opened on the executive board. As I had experience working with student government, that was the executive secretary position, so about the beginning of August, I stepped up and filled in that position unofficially. And I've been working pretty hard on promoting student government, working with the e-board on what they're working on currently, just kind of being an assistant to their endeavors. But now I'm looking to return fully for the rest of the semester. It's my last semester here, hopefully, at Bridgewater, and I'm hoping to contribute everything that I can to this position.
Is there anything else for debate or discussion? Mariah? Hi, Marco.
So what other involvements do you have outside of this, including classes? How many are you taking?
I am finishing with 6 classes. I will need that for credits to graduate. I am part of the fraternity Phi Kappa Theta on campus. I've been a member since my freshman year. I work as a building manager in this lovely building. I'm forgetting something. I have other student involvements. I've been involved in other things. I'm part of the anthropology club on campus. I've studied abroad. I've done plenty of things. I've worked as an ambassador for them. And yeah, that's...
So are you gonna have time for everything? Like, are you gonna have time to keep your grades up and be a good executive secretary?
I believe so. The honest truth is that my sophomore year, when I was part of this organization, I was committed to a lot of things, and I stepped away from student government to work on my grades, which I have improved upon, and I've learned a bit about time management, which is a skill we all learn while we're in college. So now I feel that I can give my 100% to this position and my other involvements as well.
Oh, okay. Is there anything else for debate or discussion? So seeing none, we move to vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? Motion passes 6-0-0. Marco, you can come up and take the oath.
You can come stand right up here. I'm going to have you raise your right hand, and then you'll repeat after me. I state your name in full.
I, Marco James Terry,
Do hereby affirm to uphold
do hereby affirm to uphold
the Constitution
the Constitution
and bylaws of the Student Government Association,
and bylaws of the Student Government Association,
and to protect the right of the students to pursue both academic freedom
and to protect the right of the students to pursue both academic freedom
and an active role in cooperative college governance.
and an active role in cooperative college governance.
As a member of the student governing body,
As a member of the student governing body,
it is my duty to give thoughtful and unselfish consideration
it is my duty to give thoughtful and unselfish consideration
to the students' concerns and to take responsible actions
to the students' concerns and to take responsible actions
in furthering the students' interests.
in furthering the students' interests.
Congratulations.
Alright, is there anything else for appointments? Okay. Next is committee reports. Just a reminder for committee reports, that's something you have to submit in order to have it on the agenda. It can't be amended because we need time for the Senate and for students to be able to gather any questions. Senator Shea?
My motion to recall the roll.
Wow, good idea. Okay, motion has been made to recall the roll. Committee reports is over. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Bowman. Is there anything for debate or discussion? Just as clarification, this is to include Executive Secretary Tabiri. Okay, anything else for debate or discussion? Seeing none, we move to vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? Motion passes 6-0-0. So roll call. President Kobar, absent. Vice President Morin.
Present.
Treasurer Grady.
Present.
Senate Chair DeLore. Present. Student Trustee Bueno.
Present.
Executive Secretary Tabiri.
Present.
Senator Bowman.
Present.
Senator Laughlin.
Present.
Senator Lally.
Present.
Senator Shea.
Present.
Senator Muros.
Present.
Senator McKenzie.
Present.
Okay. So we have 6 voting members and 6 executive board members. Or 5 executive board members. Is there anything for old business? Is there anything? Oh, new business. Motion number 2. Moves to approve the changes of the SGA Constitution submitted by Samantha Bazurski, parliamentarian, sponsored by Sierra Shea, Senator at Large. Is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Senator Lally. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Bowman. Is there someone here to speak on the changes of the Constitution?
It's me.
Point of information. Point of information.
Yep.
While Executive Secretary Tabiri is setting that up, I just want to remind folks the process for changes to the Constitution for student government. And so you will take an initial vote tonight on the changes that have been proposed. The Constitution and the old version and the new version will be posted publicly for students to take a look at for 2 weeks. It will then be brought back to the Senate floor for a second vote. At that time, if it passes, it will be then placed on the ballot for the fall election to be voted on by the student body as a whole. And if it's passed by the student body, it would then be sent to the Board of Trustees for a final approval. So I just want to remind everyone, I know we've been gone all summer, so I just wanted to give everybody a refresher on constitutional changes for you, since we are without a parliamentarian at the moment.
Okay, hello everyone. So this is the newly proposed Constitution for the Student Government Association. This was worked on by former parliamentarian Samantha Bazurski. There's a couple minor changes that we're making, but they'll carry out through the entire document. First of all is the fact that we discussed the removal of The change of Vice President Moran's position as events board to advocacy board. Student government for the past few years now has been moving away from being an events planning organization to one that is strictly advocating for the students. We're kind of leaving that up to program council because that's what they're here on campus for. They do a great job with it. All this is updating the events board section to say throughout the document advocacy board, as you can see highlighted in yellow. And that will carry throughout the document wherever it's been mentioned. Example down here. The second piece, which I'm not seeing on here, is that the Student Government Association fee, there's wording throughout our Constitution that states that students of BSU pay a set fee for a Student Government Association to operate. That's been the case for years now. Because that money is not strictly allocated to solely Student Government Association, we decided to change the wording to be the student support fee, because part of that money comes to us, part of that goes to program council directly, and other things that are allocated. So that as well has been changed and updated throughout the document. And like our advisor Caitlin said, that this will be posted outside the office and online for the entire student body to view in the coming weeks, and then it will be brought back to Senate to be voted again one last time, and it'll be the new Constitution. So, any questions? Okay.
All right, so nothing else for debate or discussion? Okay, so we move to vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? Motion passes 6-0-0. Thank you, Executive Secretary DeVere. So next is explanation of the new event pass from the Involvement Network submitted by Caitlin Dulesky, advisor.
Hi, everyone. So I have a sheet that I'll hand out. I don't know if I have enough for everyone in the gallery, but if I don't, they will be at the Involvement Fair tomorrow. So the university invested in adding a new component to the Involvement Network. So for most of you, you're all very familiar with the Involvement Network. It's where most of our clubs host their information about their organizations. And so the new component that we've purchased is the event pass part, and that allows us to check students into events so we know who's coming to our events, who's not coming to our events, and to kind of get a general idea of how many people are coming to things. So you all have an event pass by the nature that you log into the Involvement Network. So when you sign in using your BSU credentials to in.bridgew.edu, you log in with your credentials, and in the top right corner, as you can see on the little handout, you'll have either your initials, or if you've uploaded a photo of yourself, you'll see your photo. If you click on that, the second thing down is going to be an event pass. If you all want to take your phones out and try this, feel free to follow along. You can take a screenshot of that so you don't have to sign in every time you're checking into an event. You can add it to your Apple Wallet if you are an iPhone user. Very soon, Androids will have the ability to add it to Android Pay. So you'll be able to store it without having to log into the site every single time you go to an event. Your event pass doesn't change no matter what event you're attending. It's yours. It's coded for you, just like your plane ticket or your concert ticket or anything like that. And it's the same similar situation. Someone with a cell phone and a reader, you stick your phone under their phone and it scans you, and automatically you're checked into the event. If you don't have a smartphone and you're attending something, the person that's doing check-in can also look you up by last name. And it's just as fast, and checks you in and you're marked as attending. This will come into play a little bit more as we, as a university, expand on the paths section of the Involvement Network. It's something that new students and transfer students are experiencing as part of their orientation to the campus. They're checking events and certain experiences off of their path, and attendance tracking for those events is really important. So knowing where your event pass is, knowing how to use your event pass is crucial for you to get marked with attendance at those specific things to complete certain tracks of the path. Clubs and organizations will also be able to use this to check students into their events. So anyone can download the check-in app. When you create an event on the Involvement Network, you get a code. When you download that app, you type the code into the opening box of that, and then you can start scanning people in. So you can have 10 people checking folks in. You can have 20 people checking folks in, as long as they all have the app and the code for your event. This makes check-in go by a lot faster than it was before when we were swiping people. And so the groups that have used it so far have had really great use of it. It was super easy for them to utilize, and we're getting really good feedback about it. So I'm going to encourage student government to use it tomorrow to check people into your table at the involvement fair, so you can track who stops by and is interested in joining, so you can email them later. So this opens a lot of opportunities for us to get in contact with people, know who's coming to our events, and we can do surveys to folks to see whether they like the events they're attending, and things like that. So it's going to provide a lot of data for us as a university, and for you all as a student body to kind of see where people's interests are and what they're attending or not attending. So I just wanted to give you a little step-by-step about it. If folks have questions, I'd be happy to take them. Yes?
So when student organizations are using this, say tomorrow at the involvement fair, in order to check people in, they didn't create that event, so they wouldn't have access, correct? They'd have to make their own privatized event. That way they would keep track of who checked in for their individual table.
Yes. So yes, there is an involvement fair event tomorrow that I created on the Involvement Network under OSL. We will be checking students into the involvement fair, generally speaking. But if specific organizations wants to create a private event for themselves under their organization, they would just keep it as a private event. They wouldn't put it to anyone in the world. And then as folks came to their table, they could literally just scan the event passes or search people to track who comes up to their table and who's shown interest in their organization. And I'm happy to, I'll be at the involvement fair all day tomorrow, so if clubs are interested and have questions about it, I'm happy to walk them through it, as is other OSL staff. Any other questions about the event pass? Anyone have trouble finding it? You want me to go ahead?
So for students, this is formatted for phones obviously, but students that don't necessarily have smartphones, is there a method for them?
Yeah, so if someone's checking you in, they're going to say, oh, do you have your event pass? If it's a no, it's going to be, okay, could you tell me your last name or your BSU username? Either of those can be searched right into the check-in app, and as long as they've signed into the website at one time, their stuff will generate. If they've never logged in before, it might be hey, could you just try logging in over here? And once they've logged in for the first time, we'll be able to search them. So that's the only thing. If they're new students or transfers and they've never logged into the Involvement Network before, they may not generate when you search. But anyone that's ever logged into the Involvement Network, you'll be able to find. Any questions from the gallery? Anything?
Cool. Thanks. Is there anything else for new business? Okay. Next is open forum. Is there anything for open forum? Executive Secretary DePierre?
Can I give my board updates?
Yes.
So as far as me, I'm excited to be up here working for the students one last time. That's my executive secretary update. As far as the public relations board goes, we were able to meet previously. We have a lot of things in the works right now. We were supposed to have someone here from BSU Life tonight. Unfortunately, they had to switch plans and couldn't make it. But we're going to be working on creating a 30-second introductory video for Student Government Association. So expect that to be coming out within the next few weeks, hopefully. Also, working with BSU Life on our elections campaign for recruitment. I'd like to see this room a lot more full. We have them coming up with designs that are they're approved. I'll be printing them soon. They're like half flyers that advertise our where to pick up nomination packets so that students can join Student Government Association and then run in our elections. As Senator DeLore already said, elections are October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So there's going to be a secondary component to the ad campaign. There'll be another flyer / poster going outside the office that ties into the nominations one as well. Lastly, I'm currently working on, Student Government Association is working on a marketing intern position. I'll be working on the wording for what that position will look like, but the goal and hope is that it will be a paid marketing position for a student at BSU, someone that will work with our social media and other things such as recording this lovely meeting every Tuesday at 7:30. It will be paid, it will be non-work study, that is the hope. So look out for that in the future. Outside of that, not much else going on. End of update.
Is there anything else for open forum? Galen?
I just want to provide a couple of updates from OSL side of the house. Cindy Kane, our director, is back from her work with the ACE Fellowship, so she's back in the office. 50% working for us as our director and 50% working with the Vice President for Academic Affairs working on special projects. So she will be in and out of OSL throughout the semester upcoming. Also, I no longer will be directly working with the student program advisors. That responsibility is switched to Matt Miller. So I will still be engaged with the student club process, but mostly through the funding aspect of your work here. And so I will not be a direct contact. That will be announced at the event Planning 101, but he's directly supervising those students now. Also, our program coordinator, Casey Mulcair, has departed Bridgewater for a new job. So anything program council related is also being overseen by Matt Miller for this time until we hire someone. So I just wanted to update you with some shifts in our office. But with that, I'm also taking on some commuter initiatives. So I'll be working with our folks in Transfer Central and some other departments on campus to really provide some work towards focusing on our commuters and what their needs are on campus. So I will be working with Mary Beth and some other folks on those. So look for more information to come about that as we get into it and really figure out what we need for those students.
Is there anything else for open forum? Okay, so next is announcements. Sorry, Galen.
That's okay. Well, we'll do a two-part. I also want everyone to welcome Emily. She's a new grad assistant in OSL, and she'll be working directly with student government this year. So we'll figure out exactly what role she'll play with you all, but she will be in attendance for Senate every week, so say hi, meet her, and she's got a small announcement and a reminder from Cindy.
Yeah, so Cindy wanted me to remind everyone about the Student Leadership Summit, which Kylie already announced, but it is September 29th, Friday, September 29th, from 4:30 to 9 p.m. It'd be great if everyone could attend. It will be we'll be joined by students from Dean College, Stonehill College, and Wheaton College, and everyone's welcome.
My announcements at the involvement fair tomorrow, so please come. It was great. It'll be so much fun tonight.
SGA has a new logo. That's it.
Hi everybody, thank you all for coming to the first SGA Senate of the semester. I'm really looking forward to this year, and I'm really excited for elections and everything that's coming up, and we just have so many good things planned, so I'm just really looking forward to this year, so thank you all for coming.
Hi, I'm very excited for the year with myself in this position, and I'm looking forward to working with everyone, and hope you all enjoy it.
Yeah, so I wasn't obviously here over the summer, but I've heard like great things about what you guys have been doing in terms of like the retreats and just like your initiatives that are taking place. I had an internship at the Portuguese consulate over the summer, and I was an orientation there, so my schedule was pretty booked. But I just want to say, like, like I'm super excited for this year to work alongside all of you, and I can't, like, if you guys need any help with any initiatives, even outside of SGA that you're passionate about, like, I can definitely be of assistance if you need any constructive feedback on it, or just like any help with anything, like, you can come to me for all that stuff. So.
Hi everyone. I just wanted to do that. I just wanted to say, you know, I'm happy to be back. I think there's a lot of positive energy surrounding this group we have here, and I look forward to a productive semester.
Yeah, thanks everyone for coming. I'm excited for elections so that we can have more people sitting at these tables. It'll be great. Please go to the involvement fair if you signed up. I didn't get the sheet back. All right, it's over there. And if you happen to be like walking by for University Park, you can also just stop in even if you're not scheduled to be there yet.
Bike share.
Bike share? Oh. Charlie, you want to go to the bike share? Charlie? Vice President Warren? That's you.
The bike share program, Zagster, will be launching tomorrow at noon at the Moakley Center. So if you're available, you should stop by tomorrow at noon. It'll be the official launch of the bike share program that SGA helped fund. So it's basically, if you haven't heard about it yet, there's 4 different locations on campus where you can rent a bike. I believe it's $15 or $20 for the whole year. And then you can use that bike and you can take it from one location to the next, and you just like have it on your phone, you put in a code. It's really easy and convenient, and will help you get around campus faster. So the official launch is tomorrow at noon, so everybody should come. And then one more thing is that if all senators could give their sheets of paper where they wrote their name and their top 3 boards to me, that would be wonderful.
Okay. That's it. Also, everyone bring your name tags and put them in the box at the end of Senate. We're gonna get a little more organized with that this year. And yeah, tell everyone that you think might be interested in elections to speak to me. Give them my email. It's just H.Delori. There's no numbers in it. That's it for announcements. Is there anything else for announcements? Okay. So next we move on to adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn? Motion made by Senator Shea. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Lally. Is there anything for debate or discussion? Seeing none, we move to vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? Motion passes 6-0-0. This meeting is adjourned at 8:08 p.m.